You're watching 13 Action News now.
This man is behind bars tonight, charged with the car bombing that injured his wife, Linda. Good evening, everyone. That's tonight's top story.
Charles Lister is charged with attempted murder in the bombing of his wife's car. That explosion happened April 8th outside the Trust Company in Springfield Township. Linda was seriously injured. Then 2 weeks later, FBI agents searched the family home. Among the items taken, financial documents, wire cutters, and pipe joint compound. 2 days after the search, Charles Lister attempted suicide. In a suicide note, he accused federal agents of unfairly targeting him for the explosion. Lister was arrested just before 8 tonight. We have special live team coverage beginning with 13 Action News reporter Laura Spitzer. Laura?
Well, that's right. Charles Lister has been arrested and booked here at the Lucas County Jail for the car bombing of his wife, Linda Lister. Now, the joint operation happened just a few hours ago and comes after more than a month of intense investigation. Federal and local agents finally had enough evidence to connect Charles Lister to the April 8th car bombing which severely injured his wife Linda. Tonight they arrested Lister on charges of attempted murder, aggravated arson, and felonious assault. Lister was picked up as he was leaving the Medical College Hospital. He had been visiting his wife, who is still recovering from her burns and amputated foot.
At the time of arrest, he offered no resistance. He made no statements to us.
Authorities say they still can't comment much on the investigation, but will say much of the evidence that led up to tonight's arrest came from the search conducted at the Lister's home a few weeks ago. Now, authorities say they have not issued any other arrest warrants in this case, so from that we can draw the conclusion that right now Charles Lister is the only suspect. Reporting live from the Lucas County Jail downtown, Laura Spitzer, 13 Action News.
And this arrest didn't come as a total surprise to the victim in this case, Linda Lister. That's according to her attorney. 13 Action News reporter Bill Graffin continues our team coverage. Bill?
Well, we just spoke with attorney Alan Kirshner less than an hour ago. He tells us Linda actually saw her husband get arrested tonight outside her hospital window. Kirshner says he talked to Mrs. Lister on the phone tonight. He described her mood as full of emotion, but at the same time he says she was at a loss for words.
Basically just leave CJ alone. Well, there was a good possibility it was coming. She was aware there was a strong possibility. And so while she had hoped it didn't happen, it didn't come as a total surprise.
Kirshner says Linda Lister will be making a statement to the media as soon as she's ready physically and emotionally. He says right now she's just concentrating on her physical therapy so she can get home to the couple's only son, who's only 2 years old. Reporting live, I'm Bill Graffin for 13 Action News.
Charles Lister is scheduled to appear in court on Thursday. That's when he'll be arraigned. As Bill just mentioned, Linda is undergoing rehabilitation therapy at the Medical College Hospital. Doctors do say her prognosis is good.
An arrest is made in the slaying of a Toledo woman. Late this afternoon, police charged 15-year-old Vincente Guevara of Toledo with the shooting death of 23-year-old Karen Thompson. The teen confessed to the murder late this afternoon after police arrested him on a tip. Thompson's body was discovered early yesterday morning on a sidewalk along Woodville Road. Police say she was shot in the back of the head as she walked home from work at an area 7-Eleven. Guevara is charged with aggravated murder. A detention hearing is scheduled for tomorrow. In the meantime, a guilty plea from a Toledo man charged in a deadly shooting. Kenneth Fry is charged with the death of Lee Abbey. Abbey was shot in his home January 27th by men posing as police officers. Investigators say the men were looking for drugs. 5 other men are also charged with this crime. A 7th man is still at large.
Jeep keeps Toledo guessing, and the game could go on longer than expected. Sources close to the Keep Jeep effort say a decision could be delayed until the fall. Union officials say the automaker can't make a move until contract negotiations are completed. Those negotiations start next week and could run through the summer. A Chrysler spokesperson said today that the company has no deadline for a decision.
Expect delays crossing the river. The Anthony Wayne Bridge shut down tonight. Crews are making repairs to the bridge, which is also known as the high-level bridge. The bridge is expected to reopen May 21st. Now, to get across the river, you're going to have to take either I-75 or the King Bridge. Investigators are still trying to figure out what caused a train-car collision early this morning. It happened at about 2:15 in East Toledo at Payne and Woodford. The driver of the car, 31-year-old Daniel Dudas, is listed in critical condition tonight at St. Vincent Mercy Medical Center. Officers don't think that alcohol was a factor.
An 18-year-old accused of killing Bill Cosby's only son says he didn't do it. Mikhail Markasev pleaded innocent to murder at an arraignment today in Los Angeles. Markasev is charged with attempted robbery and murder with special circumstances. The prosecution could seek the death penalty. Evidence continues to build against Timothy McVeigh in the Oklahoma City bombing trial. An FBI photographer testified today that she took a picture of a Ryder truck key used in the bombing. Now, the key was found in an alley near the federal building. Also, tire tracks found at a storage facility matched a Ryder truck.
A homeless man is behind bars tonight after the beating of a doctor. The attack happened in California and was caught on videotape by a tourist. The victim was an ophthalmologist who treated the homeless for free. He was later treated and released. Some tense moments in New Jersey this afternoon as a gunman hijacked a bus and held the driver hostage. The man kept police at bay for over 3 hours before surrendering. The driver was released unharmed. The gunman had apparently fled after a robbery attempt.
A powerful earthquake measuring 6.1 hit the Japanese island of Kyushu today. A supermarket partially collapsed and injured one person. Inspectors found no damage at the Kyushu nuclear power plant. Rail service was halted for track inspection, and freeways were temporarily closed. And relief efforts are underway in Iran after Saturday's earthquake that killed thousands. Soldiers moved bodies onto stretchers in preparation for mass burials. Plane loads of tents, blankets, and food has been arriving from neighboring countries. Well, more dramatic video of a tornado in Miami.
Amateur photographers caught the twister on tape. See it next in tonight's Weather Spotlight.
Plus, a family's sorrow and joy as the death of their son helps the life of another.
Looks like conditions will be getting colder before they actually get warmer. Your forecast is next.
You're watching 13 Action News. Now, the team you depend on. Diane Larson, Greg Johans, meteorologist Stan Stachak with your first alert forecast, and Jeff Blanzy with sports. This is 13 Action News at 11.